It's week 3 of the NFL, and we've got the Vikings' creative quarterback. He had the green light to sling it last week, over 450 yards passing.
2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
They go play action here on first down. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there, nearly an opening drive INT.
And here are the key inactives for them in this one. And obviously, Charles, are going to be without some important names this week.
Well, hopefully those guys will be on the sidelines encouraging the guys who are going out there and helping them when they come off the sidelines during the game by giving them some tips on what they see and what they've experienced. That's true teamwork.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DK Metcalf. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
A man who played collegiately over in East Lansing. Here's Ken Walker.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Now, this defense for the Lions, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The numbers for Walker from last week's effort, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers, because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And Walker with it over the middle. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Back to throw now on first down.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They get 17 down to the 17, and it's a first down.
Trying the left side with Walker.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
This one goes underneath to Walker. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Walker fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
He'll try again.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Kenneth Walker, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 15 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as...
Now the ball comes loose, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll drop to throw. And Walker has it. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Vikings! Tyler Boyd, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have moved out in front. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from Tyler Boyd. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
40 yards rushing for him now in just his first 3 carries.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. 2nd quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. He's got it. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft. And
that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. DK Metcalf with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Lions are an extra point away from drawing level.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. So this drive spans 7 plays. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over.
Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
On second down, it's Walker.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
The Vikings sit 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Now back to throw. Going deep for Walker. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Ken Walker. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Second and 3. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards that time.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
57 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Second and 5. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
And the Vikings now heading onto the field.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Come on, come on.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. A lot of bodies there in the middle of the field, and that one intercepted.
Yeah, he's looking for his tight end running a drag route across the field, and normally you'd like him to work a little bit further outside. Here the throw's a little early, and it winds up in the hands of the defender.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Now a man open down the middle of the field.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
They're going to look to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Cougar 19. Ready.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Let's go now.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 65 gas, 65 gas. Buffalo 18. Dragon 60.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Trap 60. Trap 60. Warriors 70.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
McPherson's kick is good. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw now on first down.
That completes it again to Metcalf.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll look to throw here on first down. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. This a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 24 all. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
So thanks to the late, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this week 3 matchup. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now, they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. They'll set up a throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take the 14-yard line.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
To the 27-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 14. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10.
83 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. He'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
Here we go,
Back to throw. Flush. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Lions have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try and move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
65.
On play action, they'll throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And to put a bow on it, Next Gen Stats saying that traveled an even 66 yards in the air. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen it?
He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Alert!
Here's a give up the middle.
Down at the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll drop to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And this one is right through, and they have regained the lead. So a response there to the touchdown of the opening drive of this third quarter as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think you'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match them touchdown for touchdown, but the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
This one goes underneath to Walker, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Ready?
Up the middle they run. It's Walker.
And this will be a Vikings first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Back to Walker on first down. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's got his tight end Fant.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 36. That's good for 28 yards.
Here we go.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had.
Back now at Ford Field.
Hold the ready.
It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Complete to Justin Jefferson. A 5-yard pickup.
And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on 3rd down and move it closer.
Cowboy 80.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 14. With that, he's up to 160 yards receiving now for the ball game. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
Throw out wide to Walker.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
Here's Walker.
Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal.
And going right back to Walker.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Kenneth Walker
Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Vikings have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Come on, set.
He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So here are the Vikings to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
Viking 18.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Cougar 19.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
And Walker has it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll look to throw again. Going deep for Walker. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Offense tried to get a little slip there and sneak the back out of the backfield and turn him into the primary deep receiver. But it was good coverage defensively. They were able to break it up.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 44-yard line. 23 yards on the play. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And this is caught. A big play there for Minnesota. 43 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Hand off here to Walker.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Ken Walker taking it in from a yard out. And the Vikings are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he is really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. You never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. They'll set up to throw. Looks again for T.J. Hawkinson, and he's got him again. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Now back to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They run a draw here on second down. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. He finds his man, complete. That's Walker. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Vikings send out their punter as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And this is caught, and the gamble pays off. They get the first. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Back to throw again. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, 19 tight, 19 tight. Come 19, come 19.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Finding Walker, complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
Repeated the last play, finding Walker.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 2nd and 3. Touchdown, Vikings. Noah Fant, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Vikings are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
52. Lions 34.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board.